So I want to talk about something that always seems to be an argument online: copying art styles. Whenever I'm scrolling, I usually see posts of artwork that look a lot like another artist's style. And I see some people start comparing them, accusations start flying, and before I know, it's a full-on debate about whether a style can be owned. Honestly, I'd say that this is a pretty complicated topic. Although my opinion is that copying an art style isn't automatically bad. It really just depends on the context and the intention. And most importantly, if the original artist is okay with it. Now, before anyone misunderstands, there's a difference between learning from someone's style, taking inspiration, and just full-on copying. I mean, every artist learns by studying other artists. People copy paintings by famous artists to understand anatomy, color, composition, lighting, and brushwork. That's been happening for centuries. Even modern artists do it. Someone might be studying anime artists, comic artists, because they're trying to understand what makes those styles work. That's a part of learning. The problem starts when the goal changes from learning to just like full-on copying. If you're intentionally making your own work that's almost indistinguishable from another living artist's work just to build your own audience off of their identity, then I can understand why people would have an issue with that. Although an art style isn't protected by copyright in most places, but an artist's reputation and identity matter. If your work constantly gets mistaken for someone else's, you're probably getting a little too close. On the other hand, people also throw around the phrase style theft way too casually. Sometimes two artists simply have similar taste. Maybe they both enjoy thick line art, use pastel colors, anything. There are so many ways to draw certain subjects before similarities naturally happen. When you really think about it, every artist is inspired by someone else. Your favorite artist probably has favorite artists too. And those artists have inspirations too. Every artist borrows ideas from someone before them. That's just how creativity evolves. It's built over years of influence, experimentation, and practice. Now, here's my opinion. If an artist openly says they're okay with people studying or using their art style, then I honestly don't see a problem. If the artist themselves isn't bothered, I don't think random people online should be more offended than the person who supposedly got copied. At that point, it feels like people are fighting a battle that isn't theirs. But that doesn't mean artists are obligated to be okay with it. Some artists are very protective of their unique look because they spent years developing it. If they politely ask people not to imitate their style too closely, I think that's a reasonable request too. Even if they don't legally own that style, respecting another artist's wishes is just basic courtesy. That's where I think communication matters more than outrage. But yeah, they also may be trying to practice a style. Those situations aren't all the same. The internet has a habit of treating everything as equally bad when reality is much more nuanced. Another thing that complicates this discussion is AI. A lot of people compare human artists studying styles to AI models generating images based on existing work. Whether you think those are comparable or not is a completely separate debate, and honestly, that's just a much bigger than this video. For today, I'm mainly talking about human artists learning from other human artists. I also think there's a point where every artist should eventually move beyond imitation. Copying can be a great learning tool, but it shouldn't be all you do. Over time, your own preferences start mixing and you start to make your own unique art style. You take a little inspiration from one artist, another from someone else, and eventually your own style starts naturally forming. That process really can't be rushed. It's something that happens by making lots of art. So, where do I stand? I don't think copying an art style is inherently wrong. I think intention matters, respect matters, and how the original artist feels can matter too. If you're studying, learning, giving credit when appropriate, and not trying to pass someone else's artistic identity off as your own, I don't see a huge issue. But if you're deliberately cloning another artist's work to profit from their reputation, then that's a different story. At the end of the day, I don't think this discussion has a simple yes or no answer. But at the end of the day, I think it's best to just take inspiration from many different artists and create your own style. But most importantly, you have to have fun. Everyone's art journey is different, none will be the same. That's what's really fun about it, and cool. Anyways, that's just my opinion. I'm curious what you think though. Feel free to discuss your opinions in the comments, and possibly considering liking and subscribing. Bye!